say you'll listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry.
Welcome to another episode of Yeah, No, I Know. But before we get started, a little disclaimer. Nothing in this podcast is being claimed as fact. Most everything discussed here are our own individual, personal opinions, beliefs, and experiences. We encourage you to always do your own research and form your own opinions. Nothing one person says on this podcast goes for everyone here. Each individual speaking is speaking only for themselves and no one else on the podcast. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started.
You can move it down if you want, and then in, and then up.
Jenna looks like she's about to deep
Down
throat
and
hers.
Does it look like that?
Twisting.
Jenna's going to give us a tutorial on
I don't know.
on
I'm not the right
blowjobs
person to
on
do that.
do this during a blowjob.
That's
You can do two hands and have your mouth on it?
Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, actually, Nick's nickname at the station is BDN, Big Dick Nick.
Oh, my. They've seen his wiener?
Every day, they all shower, like, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they walk around
It's
naked
like-
a lot, too.
That's
on How I
funny.
Met Your Mother, Barney says there's like BDS, Big Dick Syndrome. He like tells girls that, and he's like, there's no cure for it.
Which I'm really
Okay.
excited for I Met Your Father to come out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm excited, but not as much. Is
Speaking of
that good, like where it
dicks.
is? Speaking of
I think
dicks.
so. Speaking of dicks, welcome to another episode of Yeah, No, I Know. What are we talking about today, ladies?
Talking about hairdresser secrets.
Ah, yes.
Sorry, my whore friends over here.
Does that mean we look really good right now?
Yes.
Oh.
You bitches always look good.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks. Right back at you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We cute.
I look
Sucking
really good
it
in
in.
these
We all
slippers. Brooklyn got these for us. She's got a pink
With the
pair.
tag on the bottom.
Thank you so much.
Very claw. When you're pregnant, you
Thank
need
you.
some good slippers. You always need some good slippers.
I'm in slippers all day. A robe and slippers.
Yeah.
Same. Oh my gosh, I got the best Pottery Barn robe for Christmas. And Andy got it when it was on sale, and has like my little initials. What do you call that? Monogram. Yeah. But like seriously, Pottery Barn, like fur, like
I would never
they're
think
not
Pottery
that
Barn for a
expensive.
robe.
I know.
I got sent one of those in a PR package once. Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Oh, I love it.
That's awesome.
Anyways, so today we are talking about secrets from hairdressers.
Well, they're not going to be secrets anymore, but they are going to be anonymous. Hairstylists hear the craziest stuff. Like, you guys are, if you're like an empath too, I feel like it's really hard just transferring energy back and forth. Like, you guys get so tired of it. Like, I'm not a hairstylist. They're both hairstylists. So what is it like to have someone in your chair who's telling you their deepest, darkest secrets? Because we're going to talk about some of those today.
Yeah.
And share some of them. You guys sent some in also, so we're going to read
Yeah.
those anonymously, of course. But I'm very excited.
Yeah. I feel like, honestly, like I said earlier, that hairstylists, like, we're therapists. Like, we call it like therapists, right? Like, I truly believe, like, you spend 1,800 hours in cosmetology school and you learn about like sanitation and disinfection and like all the diseases of like the hair, skin, and nails. And I'm like, half of the stuff I don't use. I truly, truly believe that the world would be a better place if they gave hairstylists some sort of like training in like therapy, you know, in
Yeah.
like human
Totally.
What do you call it? Like human
Psychology.
Yeah, thank you. Psychology. I'm just blanking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like human psychology, because people just dump stuff on us, whether it's good things, bad things, things that they're dealing with. And I mean, I can only offer my opinion so much. I wish I was like trained a little bit more in this, you know, and the world
Yeah.
would just be a better place if.
It's got to be tiring to take on people's like feelings and emotions and what they're
Draining.
going through.
Yeah, I think I've been in it a little bit longer than Brooklyn, a little bit. And I think in the beginning I did try to like go back and forth with them and like help and, you know, like put that energy into it. And now in my career, I've learned that a lot of people just want to talk.
Oh, for
So
sure.
instead of trying to like help them or encourage them or give them this or give them that, I just listen. And you have to almost, like you were talking about, like, you know, taking psychiatry or whatever but I think that what might be even more important is for us to learn how to deflect all of that energy and to deflect taking all of that
Protect yourself.
Yes, because you go home and you take that home with you, and your kids can feel it, your family can feel it, your husband can feel it, and these people come and they dump on you, but or not intentionally, but like they put everything out there on you, and then you know you build this bond with them, and then you know a couple of years down the road, like they're gone. You know, so you put your heart, your soul into them, and
your
but
talent.
you're just their hairdresser.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But to us, like, there are every day. Like, I think yes, but also no. Like, I think we need to be taught how to protect ourselves and our emotions and our feelings, and how to deflect the conversation back onto the client. So when they ask us a question, it's a quick answer and okay, and what about you? And then just do your job and do their hair.
Although I am a client turned friend.
Yes,
That's true.
There are those exceptions of
Hey.
people that definitely become friends.
I'm a barnacle. I didn't leave.
That's what started all of this right here, was because Kristen needed a blowout, and there I was, and we just clicked.
Yep.
And you were going through your divorce at the time.
Yeah. Oh my
And
gosh.
you
so-
did. I
Yep.
mean, day one, you just started talking to me about it.
I'll talk to freaking anyone.
That's
like,
true.
but I mean,
Way to make me not feel special.
As soon as that came out of my mouth, I was like, "That's not what I meant." But
joking.
yeah, I'm an open book. But yeah, that's a time to. I mean, where I would just be like, "What?" But yeah, I had started dating and everything, but yeah, you guys are awesome, because that's got to be really hard to take people's like stories and just like you said, you kind of have to just start because you just can't invest and give that much energy.
Yeah.
Because you're the same way as me, I think, where you are introverted in the sense that you get tired, you get worn out from other people's energy and stuff.
Absolutely.
I do too.
1000%.
So a new person every time, you got to be like, hey, how are you? What's
Yeah.
new? Like,
Yep.
You're more
Fucking-
emotionally drained at the end of the day than you
Yeah.
are physically.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's both as you get older.
all the arms, yeah.
Yeah, it's more on my back, but yeah, I mean, you contort yourself in these weird positions that like you don't even realize you're in until you get out of them. And you're
yeah.
like, oh, why was I tilting my head like that? My back
Yeah.
crooked and my butt out and my leg bent. Like,
Pregnancy
weird.
and hairdressing, that was rough. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally
Yeah.
worked the day that I went into labor.
Yeah, it's
works the whole
it's an
time.
intense job, and it's funny because it's a job that you get into because you think it's going to be easy.
Do you? Oh.
Well, I did. I was like, oh, this will be easy. I can just stay on my parents' insurance, and I can learn how to do my friend's hair. Now I'm building an empire.
There you
Good
go.
for you.
Yeah.
I will say though, your mom arm is probably really strong though. Like from all those blowouts and stuff. Like I feel like I need to work out my arms right now because I feel like I'm going to just get so tired holding a baby.
Yeah.
It's different muscles, actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, like this part, like the back of your arm right here,
Tricep?
I feel like is more baby. And I feel like this is more hair.
I don't feel it in my arms right now. It's my back that I'm
Yes,
having
I mean,
issues
always.
with, which is funny because during pregnancy, like was standing all day, was working all day, and I didn't have back issues.
Really?
And then now that my kid is here, I'm having more problems with my back with him being here because they just all of a sudden like grow so fast and gain so much weight, and you're not used to this up and down like all the time. Like, and then the carriers, you can get the ones that are like so good for your back. And I mean, I was carrying him all day this morning, and my lower back is wrecked. Like, This is killing me.
Maybe it's something to do with pregnancy.
Mine already hurts. My lower back
Yeah.
has been hurting already for months.
No more heels for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My feet are a little swollen too. I tried to put those on and like my boots wherever they're at.
Yeah.
So shall we jump right in?
Yeah.
I think you guys have some to share.
a couple stories.
I have a couple here. Also, if you're a hairstylist or maybe you're a masseuse or something else where people tell you a lot of stuff too, because God knows I tell my masseuse everything as well. She's actually become a friend of mine.
Do you talk during massages?
She does talk a lot during massages.
Oh, that's like a pet peeve of mine.
Sometimes I'm
stop
not in the
going to
mood for
mine.
talking during the massages, and then some I am. You had to stop going because
I had to stop going because she just kept talking to me, and I would do I would definitely give very clear signs that I'm so tired, I'm so excited just to relax and just lay here. And then, yeah.
And then
And
they keep talking.
that's the other thing people forget too is hairdressers. Like, we talk all freaking day. Like, when we get home, I'm like,
Don't talk to
honey,
me.
I love you. I don't want to talk to you. Like, you know? So,
Yeah.
anyways.
Okay. Well, so if you do work a profession, even if it's not being a hairstylist, where people tell you all of the deepest, darkest secrets, and you have some good ones, please leave them below. We'd love to read, because we read all the comments, and we're going to get a kick at that. Okay. I had one client who ran a legit business on the side as a call girl without her husband and children knowing. She hid everything from money to outfits from him. She said it was healthier that way.
Wait, she was married?
Married with kids.
I have definitely heard some of those.
What's healthy about that? Why do we care about healthy at that point?
It's hard. Like, you're like, okay, I don't want to judge someone, but
That goes against all my morals.
if you want to be a call girl, do what you got to do. No judgment. But I think you should end that life. If
Is a
you're
call
married
girl like
and
where
have
you
kids.
like go and you do the deeds? Like
No,
you do
I don't think so.
things?
If I'm not mistaken, a call girl is someone who,
Like just an escort?
yes, like an escort. I think I could be wrong, guys. Let us
we
know
need
in the
we need a
comments.
definition
I think
of
it's
what
both.
a call
Google
girl
it.
is.
Google it.
Okay.
I think it's both, though. I think a call girl, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think a call girl it ranges from dinner with people to sex. So what's the definition of a call girl?
So a call girl is a female prostitute who accepts appointments by phone.
Oh, so it is a prostitute. So they do sleep with
So
them.
yeah, I have nothing against you if you want to be a prostitute, like live your own life, but like don't do that to somebody else while you have like children and a husband.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
Anyways.
because you can get diseases and you can give those to your husband and your kids and things like that. You
Aside
know,
from
like,
the fact you shouldn't be cheating on your husband.
yes, I mean
Right.
take the morality out of it.
Yeah.
You know, but yes, that's not okay. And I think she's probably thinking it's the what doesn't hurt him or what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him, but
It could.
it
Yeah.
could.
I think I had a client that was a call girl.
Oh, I know I have some. Love you, girls. I know you're probably watching.
Yeah, I think I had one time because she had said she had this job and that job, but then she was always looking for other opportunities like MLMs and things like that. And she always paid in cash, and her businesses never made sense.
Maybe she was a stripper.
Well, she had a son. I mean, she could have been, but I don't know. I just knew some people that also knew her, and there was kind of some rumors going around that I think that's
Good
what
old
she
rumor
did.
mill.
Good old.
Hey, it's okay to be a call girl. I just am kind of against cheating on people.
I wish I didn't have
1000%.
enough morals so that I could do that sometimes. I mean, strippers and call girls make so much money, like going to Vegas for the weekend, and
Some people really enjoy it too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So to each their own.
yeah.
Yep.
Next one. I had a gentleman client that told me he lived on a roof of a liquor store. Not homeless, just chose to live somewhere for free without the owners ever knowing. How do you live on a roof?
What do you do when it rains?
Yeah.
What do you do for a fridge? What do you do for a microwave? How do you eat food? What do you do when it's too hot?
I would assume that he would just eat out all the time.
Oh.
He would have to, like
Where do you
McDonald's.
go to the bathroom?
Ew.
So what's the definition of a call girl?
So a call girl is a female prostitute who accepts appointments by phone.
Oh, so it is a prostitute. So they do sleep with
So
them.
yeah, I have nothing against you if you want to be a prostitute, like live your own life, but like don't do that to somebody else while you have like children and a husband.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
because you can get diseases and you can give those to your husband and your kids and things like that. You
Aside
know,
from
like,
the fact you shouldn't be cheating on your husband.
yes, I mean
Right.
take the morality out of it.
Yeah.
You know, but yes, that's not okay. And I think she's probably thinking it's the what doesn't hurt him or what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him, but
It could.
it
Yeah.
could.
I think I had a client that was a call girl.
Oh, I know I have some. Love you, girls. I know you're probably watching.
Yeah, I think I had one time because she had said she had this job and that job, but then she was always looking for other opportunities like MLMs and things like that. And she always paid in cash, and her businesses never made sense.
Maybe she was a stripper.
Well, she had a son. I mean, she could have been, but I don't know. I just knew some people that also knew her, and there was kind of some rumors going around that I think that's
Good
what
old
she
rumor
did.
mill.
Good old.
Hey, it's okay to be a call girl. I just am kind of against cheating on people.
I wish I didn't have
1000%.
enough morals so that I could do that sometimes. I mean, strippers and call girls make so much money, like going to Vegas for the weekend, and
Some people really enjoy it too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So to each their own.
yeah.
Yep.
Next one. I had a gentleman client that told me he lived on a roof of a liquor store. Not homeless, just chose to live somewhere for free without the owners ever knowing. How do you live on a roof?
What do you do when it rains?
Yeah.
What do you do for a fridge? What do you do for a microwave? How do you eat food? What do you do when it's too hot?
I would assume that he would just eat out all the time.
Oh.
He would have to, like
Where do you
McDonald's.
go to the bathroom?
Ew.
There's a lot of public restrooms, though, except not during COVID.
Well, and I guess if you're a guy, you can just like pee.
That's true.
You know,
But if you
so
gotta
really
take a dump,
I mean,
just go to McDonald's.
I
That was
guess.
one of the worst things about COVID. I was pregnant.
Oh my
and
gosh,
had
you couldn't go to the
pee.
bathroom
Nope.
anywhere.
Nope. We were on a
Yeah.
road trip and I went somewhere and I'm not kidding you. I really debated peeing on the doorstep of a McDonald's because they wouldn't let me go to the
I've done
bathroom.
it. They wouldn't let me. Same shit during COVID. They wouldn't let me go to the bathroom.
Wait, so you
and
did pee on the
I was
doorstep?
pregnant. And I fucking peed in their parking lot. I was like, "Fuck you guys, then. I'm peeing in your parking lot. You want to let me in? I'm gonna pee in your parking lot."
Yeah.
I pee everywhere though. Like I could care less. I pee. No,
I-
I wouldn't pee on someone's like a personal friend's property, but I pee everywhere. I
I'm
pee in
just
the gas
not
station.
good
I
at
pee-
it.
oh, I had a friend everywhere we went. Everywhere. Like we pull on the side of the freeway. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had a friend like that in
Yeah.
a Jack in the Box drive-through.
oh yeah,
She pulled
absolutely.
the door open.
I
I'm
think
like,
she
"Woo."
did too.
The only time I've really like peed out in public, like on the side of the road, or like is when I'm camping or something, and
Yeah.
I always get it on my ankle or my foot. I
Me
don't know how you
too,
guys do.
yeah.
Oh,
It
I was like, I'm
splashes.
not good at it. Yeah, so I don't.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, I squat no matter
Widespread.
what I do. Like even if I go
because you don't touch the toilet.
exactly. So I'm a professional squatter.
I have to put the seat thing down and sit. Otherwise, my pee stream will do this and go down my leg or something.
You just have to like
And do like
spread
this.
your legs enough and then
Oh,
just
I spread 'em.
squat.
Doesn't.
I feel
work
like when
for
I'm
me.
squatting, I'm like tense, so I can never relax enough to like actually pee.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I've
I
got to
get
put my
that.
butt on the seat.
I get that.
I've lived 30
How did
years
we get to
so
there?
far.
I don't.
I don't know.
If you lived on a roof, what would you do? How do you
Oh
pee?
yeah,
Yes,
that's right. The
there you
roof.
go.
The man peeing off the roof.
Okay, another one. I used to get so worried when I did the whole family's hair that I would ruin the story. I had one girl who was an exotic dancer, and I didn't know that her dad didn't know. He thought she was a teacher. I blew that one for her and never lived it down.
Oh no.
Why wouldn't she say like, "Hey, yo, my dad doesn't know"?
I think maybe she forgot. Like maybe she did know that, but she forgot.
That's hard when you do the family because I have had that before, like where
Yeah.
yeah, you don't know what to say
the
or
mom,
not to say.
yeah, like the mom was newly divorced and was dating someone, but I also did the daughter's hair, and she was like, "Don't tell her, like she doesn't know," and so I was like, "Oh, okay," and so I had to like make sure I didn't like slip up, you know.
Yeah.
That's hard. Don't put your hairdresser in the middle like that. That is so not fair to us because we have so many clients and there's no way we can remember every little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't do that to us.
Or just have separate stylists. Like
Yeah.
you should have separate therapists unless you're going together.
There you go.
Like you have to have different counselors.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any that you want to throw in? If not, I have another one.
I don't have that many like super good ones, but I did have a client who was having a full-blown affair, and I also did her husband's hair and was kind of friends with them on the side, so would see them outside
shit.
of the salon, go to events and things like
Awkward.
that, and completely knew that she was having this full-on affair with this other guy, and that was really awkward, like sitting at dinner, like being like, "Oh, I know your wife is cheating on you."
I'm trying to do the
No, wrong one.
damn it.
So Ken
tried.
got us a new
We have
fancy
to label
thing.
them. We have to label them.
Sorry for listening to audio and sorry to interrupt you, Brooklyn. We have a little sound thing in front of us and it has sound effects and I wanted to do like a boo one, but there's no boo one.
There's no boo
So I
one.
was just
Did you
pressing
try all of
buttons.
them?
I think there's like a wah, wah, wah.
Ryan,
That's
keep
what I was trying
trying.
to find.
Okay. No.
We'll get it down. We'll get it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Anyway, so you would see them out and she was having a full
Oh,
blown
like
affair.
we were out with them to dinner. Like
No.
yeah, which I did learn was like a big no-no. That was
I
very
was about to
early
say,
on
I
in
don't
my
even think I'd
career.
go to dinner with someone who's
No.
having a full blown affair.
Oh my
I'd be
gosh,
like,
it totally reminded me of something.
Yeah. What?
Like befriending clients. Obviously not Kristen.
I've kind of learned. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, one of them turned so crazy, so psycho. Like
Oh,
I just
no.
remember that when you said that because like I had her go out to dinner with us once and like straight up just I don't even know how. I'm not even gonna go into all of it, but it ended up like she was like thought that the FBI was after her and like all this crazy stuff, and she wanted me to take pictures of her down off of Yelp, and then she was gonna like sue me if I didn't because she didn't want her identity out there, and like but she was just like nuts. Like
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she sounds nuts.
it was really crazy. But I have a lot of clients that are strippers. So like that doesn't seem like a crazy story to me.
Because you do blondes and extensions, and strippers always have extensions, right? They always have awesome hair because they're flipping their hair around or their head around.
At least
And
the
they,
one
for the
Jenna's
most part,
does.
yeah, exactly. And they their stories are usually very similar, is that they're doing it to financially take care of their kids because they don't have a partner that is financially stable or willing to take care of them in that way. So they're usually single and they're usually just hustling and like doing their thing. But
Being a single mom is hard. You have to
Yeah.
make a lot of money. Like, who cares for your child where you make like X amount an hour? Like, it's got to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's actually cool because I get to know them. I get to know their story, and it does help. Like, you see this different, you know,
humanize them.
Oh yeah. I mean, most of them are like some of my favorite people.
I
so.
know. Yeah, I come in and talk with your clients all the
Exactly.
time.
Yes.
So
And most of them are like, I don't give a shit. Like, yeah, this is what I do. I hustle. If you don't like it, then, you know, and I love that. Like, be you. Be who you are. Unless it's hurting somebody else, and that's where you draw the line. But
Right.
yeah, and I've had clients who they never have paid for their appointments. Like, they always have a different guy who pays for their appointments.
Oh.
Or they have sugar daddies who pay for their appointments. Or they do special things to get people
Apps?
to pay for their. I have a couple of those.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore, but yeah.
They perform.
Prostitution.
They perform.
So yeah, I mean, there's
all kinds.
There's all kinds out there. So
Hey,
Hey,
do what you got to do for your hair, I guess.
do what works for you as long as you're not hurting anybody.
this is why we're opening a hair extension bar.
You're going to crush it.
Did you ever hear what they said? Like, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh.
What do you do for extensions? You
What
know
would
that,
you do?
Yeah, you're gonna open the bar. And we're gonna have like all strippers in there. Hey,
Come on in.
they're great clients. So
They are. They're on it.
Their hair has to look great. Just
Yeah.
like when you do YouTube and, you know, if you're an actress, like your hair always has to look good. So definitely great clients for hairstylists. Here's one. Haven't read it yet, so let's see. I have done hair for 16 years, so I probably have many stories to tell, but one that stands out for me is this. I have a man that I still cut his hair to this day, but throughout the years, he has recommended me to his ex-wife to do her hair. No big deal. Well, she would tell me they hook up here and there. Okay, whatever, we are adults. Well, one day he came in and told me he started dating someone. Great news, good for him, right? Keep in mind, I still continue to do his ex-wife's hair. She continues to hook up with him. Fast forward, he has been dating this woman for years and still continues to hook up with his ex-wife. Until one day, he recommends his current girlfriend to come see me and do her hair. I was doing all three of their hair for a couple years, and boy, was that stressful. I look back and think, wow, he was dumb. He had a lot of faith in me to keep his little secret. Oh my gosh. Also, by the way, I don't agree with at all what he was doing.
I hope she was charging him double.
Oh my
Yeah, right?
gosh.
Oh, I did have a client that, speaking of, she was a stripper.
Uh-huh.
And she met a young lad and went to
a young lad.
hotel room and, you know, did things. And they are now married with children.
Aw,
Okay.
love story.
So,
It's like Pretty
yeah.
Woman.
Yeah, I mean, you know, must have been really good because, you know, he married her. I mean, it's kind of like Pretty Woman.
He must have fallen in love with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I love it.
So like I'm waiting for like
No, that's it.
I'm thinking about like when they're somewhere out like meeting someone new and they're like, so how did you guys meet?
Right? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
so
well,
funny. Yeah. But
Do you lie? Do
I
you tell the truth?
yeah. I mean, everyone loves Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
Here's one. I haven't read any of these, so. Creepy dudes that talk about their wives letting themselves go and telling us they have a hotel room booked if we want to meet up later. I cannot imagine telling someone that does my hair. Like, the desperation.
I've definitely had some creepy male clients that, I mean, this one guy just would constantly, like, I would catch him looking at my boobs.
Ugh.
I'm like, really, dude? Like, really? And would say just, like, some kind of inappropriate things. And thank God he doesn't come to me anymore because,
Yeah.
that was just,
I'd have been like, take that motherfucker off my books.
yeah, that was weird.
I only have one guy client now. They're all, I don't know. I don't like touching men.
I was just saying, oh, I do. Not like that.
Yeah, like I just don't. I don't know why. It's a weird thing, but I just don't like being that close for that long. Like I have one client that I do.
I could see that.
Yeah, and this one particular guy that I'm still doing his hair, I've done his hair for like 15 years now. He was one of my very first clients, and his wife comes to me, and I love them both. So that's totally cool. But yeah, I'm just not a big, I don't know, I'd rather touch women.
Yeah. I really actually enjoy men's cuts. Like I wanted to become a barber. Like I love like the fades and just all of that. Like it's super fun to me. And like if you can bust them out in 30 minutes, like you can do twice as many guys as you can women. And like they always tip good. There's no drama. Like they just half the time like they barely just want to talk. And it's So I do like the guy clients, but
yeah, I can see that.
Some of those hair splinters.
Oh, yeah.
Hair splinters?
Oh, they're the worst. They get in your boobs, they get in your legs, they get in your everything,
well, and
in
you're
your
like
fingers.
Itchy after doing a men's haircut.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing I can't handle.
That is the worst. I always tell Andy, he's like, you want to like go out to dinner after work? I'm like, yeah, I just need to change. He's like, why? You look cute. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I have hair poking me in between my breasts right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
like you will
itching,
literally
like,
pull a hair splinter out of like your nipple. Like it's the weirdest thing.
it is.
Ouch.
Anyway.
Things you learn.
Okay, so he said, one guy said, oh, you're not married. I said, I'm married. He said, oh, I didn't notice a ring. What a dick. I showed him, and he said, oh, it's just so small. like that would make me want to jump in bed with him because he insulted my ring. Some guy told me, I bet you'd be fun drunk. One lady was suing, I think these are all mixed into one, but one lady was suing the ab roller company because according to her, she broke her spine using it. She acted like she counted, she always acted like she counted say much that it, because it was a big deal. I don't know what that means. The lawsuit took forever. She was super pissed when she barely got anything from it. She really thought she was going to be rich. People can really be insulting whether they realize it or not. I have no idea. I was coloring this girl's hair, high school age, and her mom was asking about one of her friends' planned to do after school. She said she wants to go to cosmetology school. The mom was appalled and said, oh, I hope not.
I've had that happen a lot.
She's such a smart girl. I'd hate to see her waste that. Bitch, I'm currently using using chemicals that could blind you and give you chemical burns, but okay, be insulting.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like hairdressers get a lot of slack when people are like, oh, you're not going to go to college and get like a formal education. I'm like, half my friends and family are not using the degree that they went to school for, and they're in thousands and thousands of dollars worth of debt, and I've already paid off my small loan for cosmetology school and making more money than them. And there's no cap on being a hairdresser. Like you can make a decent amount of money, you know? So
I dropped out of high school, so.
Yeah. I think unless you want to do something that you absolutely need a degree for, like a doctor or dentist or something like that, then it's not about the schooling, it's about the person. Like if somebody has drive, you can't stop them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
But yeah, we get that a lot where they're like, oh, my mom doesn't want me to go to cosmetology school. Okay. Have her come talk to me.
Right.
Here's another one from the same person. Oh, when I worked in Brentwood, there was this guy that gave off the you don't ever want to be alone with this man vibes. He always was a creep, hitting on everyone. Definitely thought men were superior kind of thing. He told me one day that he liked to collect mannequins. He said he liked to take them apart and make things with them. No. He most recently had made lamps out of the female mannequin torso. Before I could stop myself.
Wait, why is it still going?
I think you have to click them off. You gotta
it's like cricket.
Yeah, you gotta press it again.
Okay, it's done.
Whoops. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
No, I hate
Before I
puppets
could
and
stop
mannequins.
myself, I said, oh, hell, that's creepy. The look on his face when he said that's not creepy sent shivers down my spine.
I can't with that stuff. Like, mannequins and puppets, just go away. I can't.
As a hairdresser, I used to drive around with the doll head mannequins in my trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And like I kind of secretly wanted to like be pulled over and like have them be like, can you please pop your trunk? And be like, what the, you know? Or like I also wanted to like put my mannequin on like a stick and like be able to go in the carpool lane. Like they would never freaking know. Like they would not know, you know?
That's awesome.
I ended up giving them to a client of mine, her son, every year would do this haunted house in their garage, and him and his friends were in theater, so they went all
cool.
out like being creepy and all that. And so I gave them all my old doll heads, and she's like, you should see how creepy it looks in there.
Ugh.
Nice.
So they went to a good purpose,
That's a good cause. Yeah, I like it. Okay, here's another one. I'm sure this is a wild secret from a client, but it's the wildest thing that has happened to me. So I don't know where we're coming from with this one. But so when I was still in school working in the school salon, I had a lady book in a root touch-up. When she sat in my chair, her hair did not need to be touched up. It was perfection. But I draped her and started to chat with her. And she dead ass just looks up at me and says she's not here to have her hair done, whips out her phone and starts showing me pictures of her and my boyfriend at the time's texts from him. I guess he was engaged to her and living a completely double life, and she found out about me, and she just booked in with me so that she could tell me everything. So that's probably the wildest shit I've ever experienced at work. Yes, congrats on your baby. Dude, what the hell? Gosh, why do that at a salon when someone's at work? That's terrible.
Oh, man. I mean, kudos to her for, like, going to the woman, confronting her, but maybe there's a better time and place? I don't know.
Well, confront your man. Why is she going to the girl?
Oh, because that's like Carrie Underwood and, oh my gosh, what's her name?
I get it. I did it too. But, I mean,
Yeah.
Like that song
that
where
should
they
be like you can't stop him from seeing her if he wants to see her.
I don't think that was the purpose. I don't think this girl knew. She didn't know that he was cheating. So she went straight to the source to tell her rather than the guy.
Do you think she knew
to
for sure? Or do you think she was trying to find out too? Like, confirm it.
It sounds like she knew for sure.
Yeah, like Carrie and Miranda. That's Miranda Lambert. That song where it's like,
I don't know what song you're talking
Two
about.
Black Cadillacs. You don't know that song?
Yeah.
Where it's literally about that. They're like, we found out that he was cheating on both of us. He lived this double life. And so we got together and basically like conspired to kill him. And it's like some badass country woman shit.
Speaking of killing.
Killing what? Oh, what? What? Oh, no.
I once had a walk-in client who basically admitted to killing her husband or having him killed. I had never met her before that day. She walked in off the street and wanted to trim. Ended up telling me all about her abusive ex-husband, horrible things he had done to her, etc. Right before the end of the appointment, when I was cashing her out, she said she was so glad to have gotten all these things off her chest today, and I told her that if she ever wanted to come back, I'd be happy to listen to and offer support. She ended the story saying he can't hurt me anymore. The last time I saw him, we took a little float down the river. 2 people went in the water, but only one came back. She winked and just left. I think I'd go to the police with that information.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you're kind of obligated to. I don't know though, but was I obligated to tell that guy that his wife was cheating on him? I don't know. Like, as a hairdresser, are you? Because like, okay, therapists are protected. Like if there's a murder, then like they have to by law. If there's someone who's suicidal, they have to by law.
Did
but
she like want to get caught?
Hairdressers, there's no law. There's no people just tell you stuff.
Bragging about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of death, here's another one.
Oh no.
Speaking of death.
This is so interesting. I had a client come in to get her hair styled for her husband's funeral. I gave her my condolences, and she turns to face me and says, "Oh no, honey, it's a celebration. I prayed for him to die. He had a heart attack, and I prayed and prayed for no recovery as the paramedics worked on him. God is good." I was such in shock. I didn't know if I was being pranked, but nope. She was as serious as could be. She didn't believe in divorce, so that was her only way out.
I don't know if I would say God is good. That's not a Well, I mean, God is good, but in that circumstance, I don't know if God was answering her prayer for that. That's
I don't think. Yeah,
maybe we would need some backstory. I don't know. That's a little crazy.
This one's really long.
Have you ever, okay, while you're reading that one, Jenna, have you ever had like anything crazy happen in the salon? Like one time this guy had a seizure in the middle of his haircut in the middle of the salon.
We had
crazy.
somebody at this old salon that I worked at. I think one of the owners was doing the lady's hair, and she would go to the bathroom a lot.
Oh.
I don't know what she was taking, but she would go to the bathroom a lot. And she came out once and she just like fell to the floor and like they had to call like an ambulance and stuff like that.
I have a funny one about, well, maybe it's not funny. It's funny right off the bat, but the fact that she has serious issues is not funny. A friend of mine owns a salon, and she had a stylist who, like, basically, I guess, took a bunch of random pills. Like, wasn't really like a pill head ever or addicted to those things, but just kind of made a habit of starting to do that. And I don't know if she became, I don't know the whole story. I don't know if she became addicted. She was doing a client's hair and started eating the bleach in the salon.
What?
Yeah.
That's got to be horrible for you.
I think she was maybe just like tasting it or something, but like, you know, and it was like the first time I heard that I was just laughing, and then I was like,
gosh,
this lady has serious problems. That's like really kind of fucked up and sad.
Yeah.
I will say I get a lot of women telling me about their husbands cheating on them or abusing them, which I feel like is just standard. No?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't feel like I've had any of that, but I feel like we just have very different clienteles also.
Yeah, I have them all. Like, literally, like, well-named people that you would probably know who they are to, like, not at all. So, yeah, I think I see all. But you know what? The cheating is all. It's people that have a ton of money and people that don't, people that have been married forever, people that haven't. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's rough when, like, you do start to, like, you know, love these people and kind of become friends with them. And, like, I had a client a year ago. I mean, she came in. I was just like, hey, how are you? Like I normally do. And she just started bawling, crying. And after over 20-something years, her husband wanted a divorce. And, you know, come to find out later on, we think there was infidelity. And just, I mean, out of nowhere. And it's like we were sitting there just, I mean, like, crying. And she just, like, unloaded on me. And it's, you know, it's so hard to see someone going through that and being their hairdresser, and you're like, you know, what do I do? Like, all you can do is just talk to them as a girlfriend, you know?
Yeah. Gosh, that's hard. That sucks. Here is another one. This one's kind of long. I don't know how juicy this is, but it was for sure oversharing. I was booked last minute to do hairstyling for a wedding, and I was only available because it was a couple days after Christmas. What they wanted was simple enough, so I said, why not? I get there, and we get started. I get the bridesmaids done, and then the mother of the bride sits down and says to me, thank you for being available to us last minute because my daughter had to kick out one of her bridesmaids that was supposed to be doing her hair for everybody, or doing the hair for everybody. My interest was piqued, and I said, well, that's horrible. I can't imagine having to do that because the people you choose to be your bridesmaids are usually good friends, and her mom confirmed that they were pretty good friends before the whole incident happened. So I get done with mom's hair, and it's time to move on to the bride. And she says she's kind of the same. She says kind of the same thing. Thank you for being available last minute. And then she just starts talking about all the things, all the brides that this bridesmaid did. Apparently they'd been friends for many years and were very good friends. The bride says to me that this girl had been acting like it was her wedding and pretty much controlled everything about the colors of the wedding by dictating the colors of the bridesmaid dresses. The bride admittedly says to me that she should have been more stern about it and not so complacent with letting this girl take over. Then she tells me that the bridesmaid was talking about her to the other bridesmaids behind her back, saying things like, I don't understand why these two are getting married. They shouldn't be getting married. They're just going to get a divorce in 6 months. Just going on and on. How awful.
Well, then don't stand up there and support your friend. You know what I'm saying? When you're standing up there, you're supporting them.
Yeah.
So if you don't think that, then
why are you there?
Excuse yourself. Like, there's the door.
So the rest of the bridesmaids all get together and meet with the bride and tell her what's going on. How this one bridesmaid is like trying to completely ruin her wedding. So at this point, the bride feels that she has to confront this bridesmaid. Haha. From my understanding, they invited her over and she starts talking to her and confronting her and all the things that she said. And the girl just starts admitting to everything, going off on the bride, saying to her face all the things she said behind her back. Then the bride is crying because this is supposed to be one of her very good friends. The groom is now in a yelling match with this bridesmaid, and I guess the bride got enough composure to tell the bridesmaid she's no longer in the wedding and they are no longer friends. long story even longer, I'm standing there just like, I'm here to do hair. I just thought this would be quick and easy way to make a couple extra bucks after Christmas while I didn't have any jobs booked. But instead, I feel like a bartender who is being told all of the problems that happened with these two getting to their wedding day. This was just the most dramatic story from their day, but the entire time I was doing the bride's hair, she just kept telling me all of this personal information that I did not ask for. Oh,
That's
gosh.
sad. I feel like there's a difference between being a hairdresser and being a hairdresser on a wedding day.
Yeah.
You're really like, you're in the thick of it, and you are probably the only time in the bride's day where she's like sitting and being still. Like she has to get her hair done, right? Or her makeup. And so you a lot of times have to like talk them off the ledge, or like they're getting the bad news that like the flowers are the wrong color or whatever, you know? So you're having to like kind of talk them through some of these things and be there for them in that moment. I can't imagine hearing
And their
that.
hair has to look amazing.
Oh yeah. That's
a
ton of pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure.
I don't do weddings anymore.
I love
Only for
doing
friends.
weddings. I love doing weddings. I think it's fun.
Yeah,
I
I did, but
yeah. It does.
after a while,
I feel like I wouldn't like them.
yeah. And you have to like bring everything, and then you have to break it down, and you have to bring it back home.
I didn't like my own
Yeah.
wedding day, so
You didn't what?
I didn't like my own wedding day. It was just full of stress, anxiety. I don't ever want to have one again.
Well, we're gonna do an episode on weddings because, I mean, I've got a good wedding story.
Oh, yeah,
we'll
you
have
do.
to do one and like ask our like viewers like weddings gone wrong, bad stories, things like that.
Yeah.
That could be a good one. But
I
I know a hairdresser, a friend of mine, who had the mother-in-law who was kind of like trying to take over the wedding, sort of like that story. And she wanted this like tiara in her hair. And the bride was like, absolutely not. Like, you don't need that. And the mother-in-law like did not listen to her. And she was just trying to take over the show. And so I was really proud of my friend because she basically looked at the mother-in-law and was like, so since this day is not about you, you have two options. Either we can throw this in the trash or we can put it upside down and make it look like a cute barrette in your hair. Which would you rather choose? She was like, I'm not putting this in your hair. I'm not doing this. Like, this is not your wedding. And sometimes as a hairdresser, like you have to do that for the bride. Like, you're team bride, you know?
Yeah, she's the one paying it.
I don't care. Don't
And it's
pay
her
me
day.
as the mother-in-law. I don't care. Like, I'm there for the bride, you know? So sometimes you got to run interference.
I love it. Here's another one. I once had a client about 8 years ago now tell me that she thinks her husband is in an international criminal ring
Oh.
of people, and they had tapped her phone and constantly stalked her, and she couldn't leave him because they know she knows. In my head, I was like, bitch, stop telling me this now. I'm probably in danger.
I'm in danger. That's so funny.
I did say to her, oh my God, is your phone with you? Will they know you're telling me? And she assured me it was in the car. That's why she could talk about it.
What?
She was so scared. I felt bad for her. I can't even remember how it came up in conversation, but as a hairstylist, especially when you're doing one-on-one clients, we end up getting into really deep therapy style conversations. Oh my gosh. That's rough that you can't even like have a relationship with your husband well enough to like know what he's doing.
That's crazy.
Here's another one from the same girl. I also had a lady tell me her husband, who was 45 years old, left her for a 19-year-old staff member. They owned a restaurant, and he was moving in with the 19-year-old and her family. He also had a son that was my client's stepson that he also left with her to go live with a 19-year-old. So gross,
What?
she said.
Yeah, that's gross.
Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy. I do have a client who was with me for a long time and would tell me about her husband and his work and da-da-da. And she didn't, I forget what she said he did. Then eventually she told me, she's like, he's in the FBI. And I was like, what? And she's, yeah, like she told me, she like whispered it. And I was like, she's like, I can't, like, don't say anything, but he was in the FBI. And she would like tell me stuff. I was like, that's so cool.
I dated an FBI agent for 2 seconds.
What?
Yeah, I did. Right when
Do you know that he really was?
Yeah, he's an FBI agent. Like, I saw his badge and
Okay.
his office. And all. But I didn't go into the office, but yeah. Let's see. I have the opposite, this girl says. My sister went to a hairstylist, and the girl had just had surgery, and she pulls her pants basically down to show my sister the incision mark. And all my sister saw was bush.
Ew, you don't get waxed? Ladies, get waxed.
That's hilarious. Okay, here's.
I feel like that could have been somebody I worked with.
Gosh.
I was like, wait, no.
Wait, who? What incision? Like, what are we talking about here? What did they get done?
Like a tummy tuck?
Who
or
knows? Brazilian butt
Like
lift?
a BBL or a boob job or
Well, boob job, you want to see a bush?
no?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Here's another one. I'm not a hairstylist, but my hairstylist was also the stylist to my ex's new girlfriend. So after listening to me and everything with my ex for 5+ years, how weird to go to like the ex-girlfriend's stylist.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick tried to have me get my hair done by his ex-girlfriend's best friend, which is how they met. And now Nick is really good friends with her. And I was like, the fuck I'm going to go to a stylist and pour my hair out for 8 hours that literally talks to your ex-girlfriend every single day. I'll go fuck myself before I do that.
Yeah, no.
Like, men are just stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry. Here we go. So after listening to me and everything about my ex for 5 years, plus she then got to listen to my ex's new girlfriend's stories of him and me. Some of those stories were very different, and some of his bad actions to me were the same for her. Interesting. It's weird that you would tell the stylist that knowing that like she does your like,
Yeah,
you know, weird.
that is weird.
Bizarre. Okay, I think that's kind of everything.
Those are all the juicy ones.
That's it. I didn't put this up very long ago, so let's see here.
So basically, if you have a crazy story and you tell your hairdresser, just know it might end up on a podcast.
And told to other people too. So, and if you guys have any crazy ones that you didn't submit or anything, I would love to hear about them. These are really interesting to read.
I know. I feel like I'll think of some as soon as we
That's
end this.
yeah, I'm sitting here thinking like, I know I have more. I mean,
Leave them in a comment.
I've been in
once
the
it goes
industry
up.
10 years. How long have you been?
2019, I think I went to school.
2019.
I mean,
Wait, 2009?
wow. Hold on.
We're a little tired today.
2001.
Okay.
So 20 years. I was thinking
Yeah.
like double me. Yeah. 20 years, 10 years.
I need to go take a nap.
Me too. On that note, thanks for listening, guys, and we will catch you in the next episode. You guys have any closing comments?
Bye.
Be good to your hairdresser.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely.
Buy him wine for the holidays.
It's a great idea. Bye, guys. We'll see you in the next one.